Hello and welcome to part 4 of the Thrift Sales Assistant series. In part 3, we looked at what happens when you have an active drop, and now we're going to look at what happens after that drop ends. In the last video, we clicked the End Drop Early button, which closed our drop and reached out to all of the highest bidders as the winners of those items. If your drop ends regularly by just allowing the timer to run out, the exact same thing will happen. You'll just see here a status of ended rather than ended early. Once a drop ends, we're going to see two kinds of statuses here within the drop. First being claimed, and the next being unsold. Claimed means that a winner was identified and a checkout link was sent. Unsold means the auction ended with no winner, so the item was marked as unsold. When a drop closes, a couple things happen at the same time. First, the sales assistant will look at all of the auction items and identify the top bidder of each item, or if any buy it now offers have been made. It'll mark the correct customer as the winner of that item and create a claimed status here within the sales assistant. At the same time, the sales assistant will come here into the orders page and it will create orders for those winners for the winning items. So as we can see here in our sales assistant, we saw two winners, DD Ham Ham for one item and Valeria_Brenner for two. We can see that the sales assistant now has made an order for DD Ham Ham for one item at the correct winning bid, and we can see that Valeria_Brenner also had an order created for the two items that she won as well. If we go back to the sales assistant page here and we expand on our drop, we can validate here what the winning price was for each item. The next thing that'll happen is the sales assistant will then DM the winners of these items a checkout message along with the link to actually purchase their item. If they won more than one item, everything is combined into one singular checkout message, so your buyer isn't sent message after message for all the items they have won. When a customer completes the purchase, we will see an update here in the sales assistant section. Now we're going to refresh the screen here and check for updates, and we will see that Valeria_Brenner has paid for the item and started an open bag. You'll see now that the status will update automatically to paid. If we click into an item, we can easily see a preview of their checkout itself, as well as view the full order in the orders page, where we can now see that it's updated with the full address. The status items are updated to paid, shipping has been paid as well, and we can easily access a link to their payment receipt, as well as view the payment as well here in the Thrift Payments page. We can also easily see whether or not the customer has chosen to start an open bag or just check out and ship. In this case, the customer did start an open bag, which you can see here in the sales assistant as well as in the orders page. The sales assistant will also start to tally all the earnings that you've made on that drop by adding them up and displaying them here. Now we're going to look through what happens if somebody does not check out in time. That claimed status will then turn into an expired status, meaning the order is no longer available for them to check out. The link itself will not work for customers. It'll show invalid if they try to click on it, and you can see here that the order actually disappears from your orders page because it's expired and it's no longer valid for that customer. The expired order will also show up in the Needs Your Attention section, just so you can easily see them. There's a couple of different actions you can take for expired items. First and foremost is you can give that customer another chance to check out by clicking the Resend Checkout button. If you do that, you have two ways of resending the checkout link. One is sending it automatically, meaning the link in their DMs will now be valid and they can check out through that sales assistant. The other is to send it manually, meaning you can click the Copy Your Link button and send them the Thrift form from the free version of Thrift. In both scenarios, an order is created for your customer in the orders page with the correct information. The next thing you can do is offer it to the next bidder. If you are someone who does not give second chances if someone fails to check out in time, this is a very useful button because you can automatically send a checkout link to the next highest bidder in line to win this item. You can also once again send this link automatically or send it manually through the DMs. Instagram does have some restrictions on how long after the comment was made that you can automatically send a DM, and so if in any situation the automatic DM failed to send, you can click this Copy DM section here and go to DMs to paste it in the chat and let your customer easily check out. Once you decide to either resend the checkout link or offer it to the next highest bidder, the status here will update to show who the winner was, how much they won it for, and when the checkout was sent. Once again, we can see here it'll automatically update the order or create a new one as needed for the correct amount for that item. So we can see in this case, Valeria Brenner, the same customer who already purchased 2 items, also now won the navy corduroy toddler dress with rainbow buttons. This is because the original winner did not check out in time, and I decided to now offer it to the next bidder. Finally, we're going to go through and talk about the unsold item section. If an item didn't sell, you have a couple of different options. You can relist the item, meaning it'll automatically get posted again to your feed, and you might have to delete the older pre-existing post. This is useful if you're trying to relist some items maybe a week or 2 after the original drop ended and give it a second chance at selling. You can mark the item as sold if a customer does end up buying it outside of the sales assistant, and you can also create a manual sale if you get an offer in real time. You can archive the item so it no longer exists here on your Thrift Sales Assistant page, or you can delete it entirely. The Thrift Sales Assistant will continue to update the status of items as you ship them and as they are delivered to the customer. You can easily manage everything here from the Sales Assistant dashboard. That concludes part 4 of the Sales Assistant onboarding video, and you've now gone through an entire drop through the Sales Assistant. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below, or feel free to reach out to us or check out our numerous support articles on thriftship.com/support.